Assalamu alaikum. This is Dari Farla. You're live on air.
Assalamu alaikum, Mama John.
Wa
Hello?
Yes, you're live on air. Go ahead.
Yes, mashallah, it seems like a really good book, inshallah. I'll make sure to pick it up, inshallah. I want to go back to what you said about parents. I work with mainly with Muslim American Society's youth division, and we meet a lot of youth. And some of the things that there's a kind of trend that parents tend to care for their children, obviously at a younger age, for obvious reasons. But as they grow in your high school or early college, junior college days or college days, they tend to kind of let go. And parents kind of become more like result-oriented. They tell them, like, do this and this is what we expect from you. Kind of report to us at the end of the day or end of the week. And that's one of the complaints that we get a lot from the youth, that the parents are not really a support system, rather like a criticized kind of body, critical body that they're always there. They have to report to kind of supervisor versus an employee. So that's the kind of challenge that some of our youth, as Muslims, I guess, we face, because a lot of our parents obviously immigrants to this country. They're used to making ends meet, so they're very occupied with that, and they expect their children to be like that. And they don't have this mentality of thinking outside the box, if you will. They don't expect you to become entrepreneurs or whatever. They should expect you to have a job, and alhamdulillah for that, you know, and that's about it. And the children kind of get molded into that and become eventually cemented that personality in their heads. That's what they're good for. They're supposed to become doctors and engineers or any of those 3, 4 categories. And it's not normal for people to become business-minded, creative people, do things that are not abnormal, if you will. There's such thing as abnormal. So, you know, that's the kind of challenges. I mean, I'm sure you're being a parent, an entrepreneur, or a student at the same time. Maybe can shed some light on that, and actually maybe talk about, especially as parenting, when do we stop becoming a parent? I think my opinion is that we always need our parents. You know, so even when we become professionals, the void is there. But, we need a parent, the children relationship at all times. So just wanted a quick comment at the same time, maybe hear your opinion about that.
SubhanAllah. Jazakallah khairan.
SubhanAllah. I think you're absolutely right. I think we are trained in so many ways to think like that, to go to school, get a job, go to school, get a job. And that's not just Muslims, but that's 95% of the world is trained that way. And you have to see, subhanAllah, that's a result-oriented world, but you got to also see, if that's one way, who is really successful? Is it our doctors? Is it our lawyers? Is it our engineers? Or are they barely making it as well? Because we have a lot of communities, mashallah, they make it, but it's not like they're the most successful. And then you start to analyze who is truly successful. And you look at Oprah, and you look at all these people who are business owners. They're running their own businesses. It's their creativity, their own minds that got them where they're at, instead of working for someone else. So there's a whole difference. So do I think we need more of that? Absolutely. I personally I go to the private Islamic schools and train on this matter, calling your $1 Million Mind, to bring this awareness to our youths and as well as our parents. I also I'm going to start training, inshallah, the same program in non-Muslim schools, as far as private Jewish, Christian, and Catholic schools, because of they love this topic, because people don't do this. They don't train at these levels, and people are starting to realize we need this, and we need to be more like that. But how do we get it? And so there's very few trainers out there who actually train youths and young adults to actually get inspired to do this. Because most of us, we turn 65 and that's it, subhanAllah. It's like, okay, what now? And no one wants to depend on their children, and no one wants to, but they don't want to work the low-ended jobs either. So I'm like, before we get to that age, let's start working on a different plan, inshallah. Let's start taking a different route. And I'm not telling everyone to quit their jobs overnight. I'm saying, if you're working and you need to pay your bills, then start on something on the side, an hour in the evening. I mean, it's no sacrifice if in a year from now or 2 years from now, you're independent of a job, inshallah, and you're succeeding on your own.
Inshallah.